We need to go ahead and of course revamp our farm. As of right now, we only have 3 layers of this same farm here that is just a platform. We are still going to be using Nether Wart, but obviously it is in a bad layout and it doesn't work too well with our current harvesting hoe. As you can see, we have crop drill 120 and green thumb 120. One makes it grow the plants when they're broken, and then of course the one that is called crop drill does this straight line in 32 blocks from where you break, so a total of 31 technically from that broken block. As you can see, it goes around 2 chunks, which is good, but it doesn't reach the whole farm that we have laid out, so I do want to revamp the design and make it better. And we have a lot of room to work with. We have underneath our island and above, but it still has to be within the range of our collection box because it's only a 3x3 chunk area and I don't really want to expand that. If we go ahead and type /mastery, there are masteries for crops, and if we upgrade the Nether Wart, we can make a lot off of that. And if we upgrade the torch flower, which is our automation, specifically for torch flowers, you really only want the cell multiplier and I believe the crafting bonus. But in Nether Wart, of course, you can get the XP boost, the bonus crafting, cell multiplier, enchanted drops because you are manually farming, chance of more shards, and of course the crop fortune. I do have a decent amount of these up because every time I get a message in the chat about a tier going up, as you can see, it said in chat that our tier has gone up to 318. That basically gives us around 9 points that we could use because we're on Nether Wart, which is good to be farming for 9 points. But I want to optimize this farm to make it so we can just farm way easier instead of having to fly around to different sides. It would be so much more optimal. So if we look in PV11, we have Nether Wart seed bags. We need to look for every single one that could be Nether Wart that I've stocked up over time. We are going to be using those to actually place in Nether Wart without having to place every individual one, which is going to be very handy. So now I'm going to have to start destroying all these farms. I'm probably going to just go ahead, get this going, and get it all done and over with. So I destroyed all the farms and I laid out the area we're going to be working with here to build our good design that actually works well with our current harvesting hoe. I also didn't mention that there is an enchant called Delicate. It's only 1 level that you need to get on the enchant. It basically just doesn't break non-fully grown crops, which is very useful when farming this kind of stuff. So I recommend you get that enchant as well. But to give a rundown, I am going to just show what this design does. Essentially, you line yourself up with this stair here that is facing in a way where you can see through the gap. You line up yourself with the top crop and you also mine the crop below. And then you just kind of go across like this, how I'm flying currently. And then you kind of have to go up and down on layers, so pressing spacebar. And you build a ton of layers below and above depending on how you're going to build your design. So if I go here and break this, it should have broken all of that, as you can see. And it will all go into here because we're in a 3x3 chunk area, which is good. And if we go into PV11, as I said earlier, we do have seed bags that we are going to use. So the only thing is we are going to go ahead and lay out everything first and start from the bottom up because you need to place in the Nether Wart properly and not miss a single one to make this work 100% perfectly. So I'm not sure how many layers I'm going to do, but I am going to try and figure out how many I want to do here. So I'm just going to build this little layout of stone brick multiple times until I am satisfied. So I've went ahead and outlined everything that needs to be outlined. At the end, there is a staggered pattern for each layer being shifted 1 forward for angling with the stairs. And I did also do the stairs. As you can see, they're all placed in, all in their proper locations. It's just a matter of putting in the soul sand, then the Nether Wart from the bottom up. And another thing is we're gonna start out on this side and then we move over to here, break 1 stair, and then repeat the process on this side, just so then we can press spacebar each time, and so you don't have to move from the position you're in. It's very convenient, it saves time. So to make sure I know this is where I start at, I am gonna have this here, just to remember. So for the soul sand, we are gonna do FP 100, so fast place 100. Basically, we place it along here and here, just to get our border outlines to start with. So I am going to quickly go ahead and just do this, and then we'll go from the bottom to the top. So we have one of the full layers placed in, as you can see. Now we're going to start placing in the Nether Wart seeds. As you can see, it places multiple there. It's about 4 with a common, but either way, we will be able to place all this in by right-click spamming and just placing it down at a faster pace there. So I guess what I'm going to do is start filling in all these layers with soul sand and Nether Wart, and then we'll go from there. As you can see, the Nether Wart farm is complete. All we have to do is go ahead and use our hoe with, of course, the feature that allows you to toggle your attack/destroy key to make this a little bit easier. So we're gonna go ahead, make sure we're flying when we're doing this. So I'm currently flying right now. One thing I do recommend with this is trying to make sure you're like literally looking right at the area you're trying to look at. And occasionally you might have to press your walk forward key, which is kind of annoying, but it gets the job done. If we go look in our collection box unit, there should be a lot of Nether Wart that we can instantly turn into enchanted Nether Wart with our recipe here. So if we go ahead, go into the recipes, swap this out, we made about 97, which is pretty good, and we made 10 just from the mastery that gave us the extra drop. So 107 is not bad from just doing one harvest of that, which is kind of insane. And of course, doing that, we got a ton of mastery, as you can see in the chat, and all of those give at least 9 points. So a lot of progress has been done changing this farm design. That of course being said though, thank you all so much for watching today's video. I do appreciate all the support, and I will see you all in the next one.